Good day, guys. You're welcome back to ID International Academy online class. Last contact, we discussed solution to quadratic equation, especially using general method, almighty formula. And I gave you some assignments. How many of you attempted the assignments? Good. Let's have the solution so you cross-check wherever you miss it or you are correct, so you applaud yourself. Let's go. Question number 1A in the assignment. Solve m squared minus m equal to using general quadratic formula. And this is the question exactly. With this, our a, the coefficient of m squared, which is a, is 1. Coefficient of m, which is b, is minus 1. The constant part is minus 2. Are you confused? You know it is positive 2 here. Mind you, it has been taken to the other side. If you attempt to reorganize the question, the equation you will have m squared minus m minus 2 equals 0. So, you see the real status of that constant. So, the constant c is minus 2. Solving it, we have m equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. M equals minus into our b is minus 1. Plus or minus square root of minus 1 all square minus 4 times a is 1, c is minus 2 all over 2 times 1. M equals plus 1 plus or minus square root of 1. Minus times minus 1 is positive 1. Minus 1 all square is positive 1. Minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. Minus 4 times minus 2, that is positive 8 over 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So m equals 1 plus or minus square root of 9 over 2. Are you following? M equals 1 plus or minus 3. Square root of 9 is 3 over 2. M equals, you take the double sign one after the other. 1 plus 3 over 2 or 1 minus 3 over 2. M will be equal to 4 over 2 or minus 2 over 2. And finally, M will be 2 or minus 1. So, minus 1 and 2 are the roots of the quadratic equation m squared minus m equals 2. Question 1b of the assignment. Solve 3 minus p minus 2p squared equals 0 using general quadratic formula. With this, if you like, you may restructure the question. If you like, you leave it. Whether you restructure it or you leave it, you get the same answer. If you leave it this way, your a is minus 2. B is minus 1. And C is positive 3. P then will be equal to minus B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC over 2A. So we have P being equal to minus. What is your B? Minus 1. Plus or minus? Minus 1 all square minus 4 times A is minus 2 times C is 3 over 2 times minus 2. P equals 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 square is 1. Minus 4 times minus 2, and that's positive 8. Positive 8 times 3, that is positive 24. All over minus 4. 2 times minus 2. So we have P being equal to 1 plus or minus square root of 25 over minus 4. So we have P equals 1 plus or minus 5. Square root of 25 is 5 all over minus 4. P now is 1 plus 5 over minus 4 or 1 minus 5 over minus 4. P equals 6 over minus 4 or minus 4 over minus 4. I hope you are following. So P equals minus 3 over 2 or plus 1. Minus divided by minus is plus. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So answer is minus 3 over 2 or plus 1. Or you write it as minus 1.5 or 1. So that is it. That's the solution of 3 minus P minus 2P squared equals 0 using general method. Question 2, the last question of the assignment. Solve 5x squared minus 2x minus 5 equals 0 using general quadratic formula. So in this, A equals 5, B equals minus 2, and C equals minus 5. X equals minus B plus or minus B squared minus 4AC over 2A. X equals minus into minus 2 plus or minus square root of minus 2 all square minus 4 times A is 5, times C is minus 5, all over 2 times 5A. X equals plus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 100. Minus times minus is plus. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 times 5 is 100, all over 10. X equals 2 plus or minus square root of 1 over 4 divided by 10. Find the square root of 1 over 4. X equals 2 plus or minus square root of 1 over 4, that is 10.1980. Do you understand? 10.1980 divided by 10. So we have 2 plus 10.1980 divided by 10, or 2 minus 10.1980 divided by 10. X now is 12.1980 divided by 10, or 2 minus 10 points will give you minus 8.1980 divided by 10. Whenever we divide decimal numbers or any number by powers of 10, remember the decimal point will be shifted forward in the number of the power of 10. Here is only one power of 10. So using it to divide 12.1980, the decimal point will be shifted forward once. So we have 1.21980. Or this one will be shifted once. It will be minus 0.81980. Do we understand? To leave this to one decimal place or two decimal places, we have 1.22. If you want to approximate this to two decimal places, 1.22 or minus 0.82 to two decimal places. That is it. I I want to believe you all understand the solution to the assignment we have just concluded. Everything there is clear. Good. Today, we are moving straight to another subheading under quadratic, which is construction of quadratic equations with given roots. Quadratic equation could be written in different formats. We have x squared minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots equals 0. That is a format. This format is true always. Whatever the format of the quadratic equation, this quadratic standard will capture everything and give you the quadratic equation you need. Only that the two roots must be given to you. Once you have the two roots, then you are good to form the quadratic equation that has the two roots. Example number 1. Find the quadratic equation whose roots are 3 and 4. You just replicate this quadratic format. The two roots have been given to you as 3 and 4. So write the equation is x squared minus, what do you have here? Sum of roots. Then add the two of them, 3 plus 4. Sum of roots. The roots are 3 and 4. So sum them up to occupy this place. Put x. Plus, what next? Product of roots. That is 3 times 4 equals 0. So you have x squared minus 7x. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 times x is 7x. The minus is in front, is there. 3 times 4 is 12. Plus 12 equals 0. That is the quadratic equation. X squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0 is the quadratic equation whose roots are 3 and 4. That is a method. There are other methods, but that is one of them. Example 2. Find the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 1 and 5. Follow the same process. The quadratic equation is, you write the format, x squared minus, open the bracket, sum of the roots. Add them, minus 1 plus 5 into x plus product of the roots, multiply them. 5 times minus 1 equals 0. So answer will be minus 1 plus 5, that's 4. 4 times x is 4x. The minus is in front here, minus 4x. Plus 5 times minus 1, that is minus 5, equals 0. That is the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 1 and 5. The example 3 is a bit different from what you have been doing, but the same process is to be followed. Construct the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 plus root 3 and 1 minus root 3. Simple thing. The equation is x squared minus sum of roots. Write the first root plus the second root. Then put x plus product of the roots. 1 plus root 3 times 1 minus root 3 equals 0. X squared minus, you can see that plus 3 minus 3 cancel out each other. That gives you 0. 1 plus 1 gives you 2 into x. Then, anytime you see x minus y into x plus y, or x plus y into x minus y. The origin of this is x squared minus y squared. Don't forget. Y also, the origin of this is x squared minus y squared. So also, look at these roots. You can see that the origin is 1 squared minus root 3 squared, which is equal to 0. So you have x squared minus 2x plus 1. 1 square is 1. Square of root 3 is 3 minus 3 equals 0. When you square anything that has square root already, square root of a raised to power 2 will be a. This power 2 will neutralize that square root symbol. So the same thing happens here. This power 2 will neutralize the square root symbol because it actually means 3 raised to power half. Square root of 3 means 3 raised to power half times the power 2 that is there. So this will cut this. You have 3 raised to power 1, which is 3. That's the actual meaning. So x squared is equal to 2x minus 2 equals 0. That is the head. The quadratic equation whose roots are 1 plus root 3 and 1 minus root 3 is x squared minus 2x minus 2 equals 0. It's as simple as that. Example 4 is a bit different. You can use the method we use for example 1 to 3 for the example 4. But I wish to use example 4 and probably example 5 to illustrate another method. So you have more than one method of deriving quadratic equation from given roots. So if p equals 2 over 3 and p equals minus 1 are roots of a quadratic equation in p variable, find the equation. What do? Bring p equals 2 over 3 and p equals minus 1. This is 3p equals 2 and this is p plus 1 equals 0. This is 3p minus 2 equals 0. When you have the two of them like this, you now have 3p minus 2 in bracket into, bring this, p plus 1 in bracket equals 0. You let their product have only one 0 that they are equated to. So you expand this. You have 3p into p plus 1 minus 2 into p plus 1 equals 0. Opening this bracket, you have 3p squared plus 3p minus 2p minus 2 equals 0. So you have 3p squared plus p minus 2 equals 0. And that is it. The quadratic equation whose roots are 2 over 3 and minus 1 is 3p squared plus p minus 2 equals 0. That is the quadratic equation. You can see it is in p variable. The last example under this subtitle, example 5. Write a quadratic equation in x variable whose roots are 2 and minus 3 over 4. Using the previous example method, we write, since it is in x variable, you say x is equal to 2 or x equals minus 3 over 4. So bring this to this side. Do the same thing here. Cross multiply here to have 4x equals minus 3. 4x plus 3 equals 0. Multiply the two of them, x minus 2 into 4x plus 3 equals 0. Opening the bracket, you have x into 4x plus 3 minus 2 into 4x plus 3 equals 0. 4x squared plus 3x minus 8x minus 6 equals 0. 4x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. That is the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 and minus 3 over 4 is 4x squared minus 5x minus 6 equals 0. This is a customary question in any examination, be it WAEC or NECO or any external examination in our country, Nigeria here or wherever. It's a customary question. As you know that I cannot leave you without assignments. Having gone through construction of quadratic equations with given roots, I want to test if you actually understand. So I will want you to solve these questions for me. These serve as your assignments. Construct a quadratic equation in x variable whose roots are A, 2 minus root 2 and 2 plus root 2, B, 2p and minus p, C, minus half and 1.5. Please try your hands on them until we meet in the next class. Thank you.